Luke, hell of a battle out there today.
Yeah, always a tough game whenever we come here. They're always close games. They're a really good side. Obviously their first game in the Premier League under a new manager, so we knew it was going to be tough, but I think we showed great resilience, and we had a poor first half. We know that. Manager told us at half time, but fair play. When you've got someone like Marcus Rashford to come on in the second half, then you know there's a goal coming.
Yeah, he did come on in the second half. That's one way to get back into the manager's good books, isn't it?
Yeah, no, of course. But no, I think he's in a really good way at the moment. Extremely confident, very positive, very happy, and it's nice to see it. Everyone knows the quality he's got. He's world class, and he can be one of the best in the world if he keeps going, and hopefully he does do that.
And how are you enjoying this centre half luck? I mean, there's less running in the middle, isn't there?
To be fair, there's not. I looked after the Forest game, but no, I'm really enjoying it. I said to the manager, I'll play wherever he wants me to, and it always helps with someone like Varane next to you. He spoke to me a lot, not just during the game but before. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. So of course, but the most important thing for me today was obviously winning and keeping another clean sheet.
The manager's strict. He's bringing in some discipline. You could see there was a marker down today, wasn't there?
Yeah, of course. But I think at a top club like this, it has to be like that. I think people can't do whatever they want. Maybe that's been part of the problem in the past, where people are getting away with silly little things. But like you just said there, the manager takes all of that into consideration, and like you've seen today, I think if you're not doing and keeping the standards high, then you won't play.
And that's a big win, isn't it, to move into the top four as well?
No, a massive win. I think, like I said, it's always a hard game when we come here, and especially after a poor first half, nowhere near good enough. But great win, and now time to focus for the next one.
Happy New Year. Nice one.
You too.
Well done, Luke.
Take care, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, Lukeshaw smiling, and quite rightly so. He's been part of a backline, of course, not clearly used to be played left-sided centre-back, but he's kept 2 clean sheets for Manchester United, and also saying that Ten Hag has laid down a marker for other players to follow. I mean, he dare not say anything else, right?
Well, I think first of all, Luke played great. He played fantastic against Nottingham Forest. He played great again today. 2 clean sheets. Wan-Bissaka's playing.
Yeah.
He's keeping a clean sheet as well. Malassia's playing. He's doing a job in there. Varane. So I think credit Ten Hag. He's had to rotate, obviously, with Martinez not playing. But I think when we get the first choice forward back, I think it just shows there's a bit of depth, and there's some options in there. But the team's performing very well.
Yeah, 10 wins in the last 14, as I mentioned earlier, Sean. There's real momentum here with United, is there not?
Yeah, I think that the fascinating thing for me with that is the fact that winning game, when not necessarily having to dominate them or play well all the way through them, and that is the sign of a strong team moving forward. If you can win games when you're not at your best, there's only positives that can come from that.
Yeah, there's no doubt Marcus Rashford will pick up the headlines after a quite eventful 24 hours as far as he's concerned. But the goal, how much of this was down to his physical strength, Owen?
It's all down to him. He stays on this left-hand side, and this is what I like. Be decisive. Come inside, pass it, 1-2. And the thing I love is we'll see it from the other angle. His composure when he gets in the moment. Sometimes Marcus used to get into it and then he'd snatch at it. But what he does is he comes inside. He has a picture of what he wants. Johnny's going to lead him inside. Really, I think you should make him go down to the left, get on his weaker foot. But once he gets in a little 1-2, and there he just shoves Johnny to the ground. That is brilliant. That shows real composure and control. And once he pushes Johnny to the ground, then he takes his shot, sets himself a little touch. That is a fantastic goal, Marcus. That just shows you the confidence that he's playing. This is the angle that get off, just pushes him right to the ground, a little touch, and in the back of net. That is fantastic.
Did he have a point to prove, perhaps, or not really?
No, I just think he's in that's such a good form, especially in front of goal, that he knows that he only needs one chance, one clear-cut chance, and that will happen. And coming off the bench is not always the easiest thing to do. And it took a while for him to get into the game, I thought, in the second half, but he was still causing issues. Just the fact of him being on the pitch, which opens spaces up for everybody else. And that 1-2 that he played was just perfect.
That ability to drive through, to get beyond the defence, that was something that United had lacked, had they not, for the previous, 45, 50 minutes?
Yeah, well, if you think about Bruno was quiet, Eriksen was quiet, Martial was quiet, Anthony had a couple of moments, but he was pretty quiet. So it needed somebody to come and rescue it. Obviously, with Ronaldo gone, the goals are going to have to come from Marcus Rashford, and credit to him. He's producing the goods when they need it.
He could have had a second, but this was disallowed for handball. And to be honest, this is very much like a black or white ruling, right? So this is why the referee didn't consult his pitchside monitor, because it hit his hand and then directly led to him scoring. Therefore, the referee was told by VAR it's a handball.
Yeah, and look, that's what the technology is there for. Is it's just to see that and make it easier on the referees. And obviously, credit Marcus. He's trying to have an impact. He's being positive. He's running forward. He's making things happen. Hugely fortunate, but obviously it was chalked off because of the handball.
Yeah.
Question, guys. If it hits his hand, then hits his knee and goes in, then what would the case be?
Still
disallowed, yeah.
Because his hand
It's his
was
knee and his
involved in
hand.
the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
That
No,
would've
I'm
been
just
alright, yeah.
wondering, because sometimes you have the situation where, I think it was Fulham game, Mitrovic has headed the ball down, it's hit his arm, Breen scores.
Yeah.
That wasn't given as a handball, the goal
No,
stood.
because that
so-
wasn't scored by Mitrovic.
Yeah,
right?
but it's still a handball in play. Yeah, that led to
But
an
not
assist.
given by the goal scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there is that slight nuance of the ruling. I hope that clears it up for you, Sean, and for you at home. Now, Wolves, of course, were knocking on the door in the closing minutes. Raul Jimenez, I tell you what, he made David De Gea earn his crust here, because, to be honest, he didn't have a great deal to do during the game, right?
No, but he made a brilliant save from Ruben Neves' free kick there, and this is where David's the best. Okay, it's straight at him, it hits him, but his reactions are what makes him such a great goalkeeper. And to be fair, Wolves, they didn't really deserve to score. They between the two boxes, they play really good stuff, but they just don't look like they're ever going to score. And they need to find a way to find some solutions at the top of the pitch.
Will that be a footnote to the performance from United's perspective? Was the lack of control for quite a bit of it?
Yeah, but like I said again, like they've just proven there. It might be only against Wolves, and that's no disrespect to Wolves, but they've still proven there they don't always need to have control of the game to win it, which for me again is a good thing, because we've seen United control the ball. We saw it against Forest, they win. They didn't do what they did against Forest today, but they still won. And like Owen said, the most important thing sometimes, especially when you're ahead of steam, is pick up 3 points no matter how you do it. And that's what they've done.
Okay, ultimately, disappointment for Wolves, unable to build on their last win against Everton. Post-match reaction from their dressing room now. Here's Ruben Neves.
Very disappointed in that dressing room right now.
Yeah, of course. Loss is a loss, no? Anyone likes to lose games. I think we worked really hard today. We were in control at some times of the game against a really hard team to play against. But like I said, we worked really hard. I think we didn't deserve the result at the end, but this is football. We like everyone says, we have a long way to go, a long race to go. Need to work really hard. And after Everton game, we told we were just thinking in ManUnited, and now it's not different because we lost. We are just thinking in Villa now, because we know we can do better. We know we can play with more quality, and that's our main target.
Was there further evidence today, Sean, of Wolves' inability in the final third?
Yeah, most definitely. Not just the goal scoring. I even can go as far as creating those opportunities for the attackers to actually have something to go off. I don't think they created that much. Like Owen said, they were okay in the middle, but in the final third, apart from the Jimenez header, there wasn't really much that David De Gea had to do inside that box.
Yeah. Can you see any difference in Lopetegui? I mean, it's early days so far for them.
Yeah, it's only the second game, or second in the league. But
Yeah.
I think they're box to box, they're fine, but they need something at the top of the pitch. Mateus Cunha coming in on loan from Atletico Madrid. He's not a number 9. He's more of a number 10 and a winger. Feels like they need a natural goal scorer. Obviously, Jimenez, the issues he's had coming back from his severe injury. Diego Costa is obviously, not at his absolute best. So it feels like they need to find a solution in that number 9 position.
More reaction now to Manchester United's slender 1-0 win away to Wolves. As promised, here is the United boss, Erik ten Hag.
Congratulations, Erik. If there was ever a way for a player to make amends, that was it today with Marcus Rashford, wasn't it?
Oh, I think it happened often, but it's good. After decision, he coming in, he was bright, he was lively, he scored a goal, and that is the right reaction.
And is that the end of the matter? Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
But everyone has to match rules and values. And if you react like this is the right answer.
Is this the message that you've been getting through to the squad? It's not just about reputation, it's about discipline and teamwork.
Yeah, we have seen today, once again, it was not an easy game. You have to fight for the points. First half we were not that good in the game, from organization here, but definitely also from presence. Second half was, in my opinion, better. I think also good come in from Fred. He make a good come in, he bring energy in the game, he was holding balls, he was linking up, and he was winning second balls.
Yeah. What was wrong in the first half then? Why was it so disjointed?
As you have analyzed the game, you have a game plan, but sometimes things are not working as we expected, and they did well. But the good thing is, they didn't create that many chances, and we did. But you have to be sharp, meaning of the first goal. And we had the chances to score that first goal, but we didn't score them. And there was also, I was not happy in halftime. I've told the players, with this attitude, you will not win this game. We have to change. Everyone has to deliver 10% more.
But you came out with a clean sheet. They had a great game. And also this reshaped defence. I mean, that's working for you at the moment.
You see, I think the defence, the back four with the keeper, but they did a good job. But it's always teamwork. And first half the pressing was not that good. I think second half we were far better.
Do you play Lukeshaw on the left-hand side as centre half because he's left-footed? Is that the reason? That's a tactical reason?
That is one of the reasons. You get better angles in possession, but in this game was also important. They have speed on the right wing, and with Lukeshaw, he can defend that, he can cover that. We wanted to bring the left fullback higher, so he can be in his back. We are always protected.
And of course, you've made it a happy birthday for Sir Alex Ferguson. It's his 81st birthday today, and a happy New Year to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Sir Alex.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah, happy day for all those related to Manchester United, including yourself, Owen, of course. But look, listen, it's interesting this. It was a big decision by Erik Ten Hag, dropping Marcus Rashford. Considering the form he's in, it could have easily backfired. In the end, it feels like he's played this exactly right. Would you agree?
Well, we don't know what happened. I'm guessing he was probably late or something similar. Because if it was worse, he probably wouldn't even have been on the bench. So, but I think obviously everything that happened with Cristiano Ronaldo, he's had to stay consistent. And I think that's one of the messages you said. Look, it's not personal against Marcus. It's the fact that he thinks it's the best thing for the group, for Manchester United as a whole, that people follow the certain instructions. If he has them, he's in charge and you got to follow it. And obviously, not playing Marcus was a big risk because he's been their best player. But in the end, they kept a clean sheet. Marcus came off the bench and scored. So in a way, everything's going well for Marcus. Everything's going well for Manchester United. And Ten Hag's making some big calls. He continues to make them. Whether it's with Harry Maguire or the Cristiano Ronaldo situation or Marcus Rashford. He's had to make a lot of big calls in the time he's been there. And to be fair to him, he's getting a lot of them right.